Yes, very good morning, children. Pritika, are you ready for rehearsal? 5 minutes, we will have a rehearsal, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Pritika, Manasa, and Dima.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm ready.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Pritika, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
We can start, ma'am.
Yes, rehearsal only. Rehearsal only. Please start.
A scintillating morning to one and all present here. I, S.P. Pritika, welcome you all to today's counseling session. We, students of Thanjavur, organized the counseling session on self-realization with Dr. Sahithya Raghu. Prayer is talking to God Almighty, the creator of the universe. So let's start our assembly with the presence of God. So I welcome my friend Manasa from grade 7 for prayer.
Prayer. O my God, the origin of knowledge, bless my studies, enlighten my mind, strengthen my memory, and direct my will towards what is right. Grant me thy grace to seek truth always and make me truly wise. Give me the gift of knowledge and the grace to use it wisely. We ask all these in your precious name. Thank you.
Yes, children, enough, ma. Ma'am has joined, I think so. Sir and ma'am has joined. Sir, Bosco, sir, kindly make us co-host Principal, sir, and Sahithya, ma'am, sir. Sir, Bosco, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Ma'am has joined, I think so, sir. Yes, sir. Ma'am raised her hand, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Madhavi, ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, sir, good
Yes, sir.
morning. Good morning, first.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. You just now 11 1,
Yes, sir.
2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Children join, you make the all 6, 7, 8, as well 9, 10 also, so that we can start. Just 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. We'll wait, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Ma'am, let me know when to start, ma'am. I'll start.
Yeah. 2 minutes, ma'am. We'll start.
Sure, sir.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Venmani ma'am, Malvi ma'am, you can start, ma'am. You can start.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Even you can start. I wish you all the best.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, teachers and children. Pritika, let us start our session, pa.
A scintillating morning to one and all present here. I, SV Pritika, welcome you all to today's counseling session. We, the Bodhians of Thanjavur, organized a counseling session on self-realization with Dr. Sahithya Raghu. Prayer is talking to God, the creator of the whole universe. So let's start our counseling with the presence of God. So I welcome my friend Manasa from grade 7 for prayer.
Prayer. O my God, the origin of knowledge, bless my studies, enlighten my mind, strengthen my memory, and direct my will towards what is right. Grant me the grace to seek truth always and make me truly wise. Give me the gift of knowledge and the grace to use it wisely. We ask all these in your precious name. Thank you.
Thank you, Manasa. A welcome speech is a kind of speech presented by the speaker to welcome your guests and other attendees and express a sense of gratitude to glorify the event with their presence. So now I invite my friend mufliha to welcome the gathering.
A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan blocked by actions make your dream come true. With these beautiful words, I'm extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to address you all on this auspicious counseling session. Children are the future of tomorrow. All the students we witness today receiving your ideas, wisdom, and thoughts to create a proper plan for our bright future. We all have assembled here today to motivate and cherish the young minds present among us. With this, I welcome our chief guest, Dr. Sahithya Raghu, for giving her valuable time for us. We are grateful to her for accepting our invitation and became a chief guest of today's event.
Thank you, mufliha. Today, we are pleased to have Dr. Sahithya Raghu in our session. I hope today many students will be able to seek guidance from your thoughts. So let's welcome Dr. Sahithya Raghu to address the gathering. Please, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all of you. Good morning, teachers and principal sir and everyone for joining today on a Sunday. I really appreciate you taking time on a Sunday and arranging this session. I really appreciate and congratulate you for that. So yes, what are we going to talk today? We've been having multiple sessions for the past 1 year, in fact, right? So we've been checking how things are going and how are we able to manage ourselves, and we saw a lot of topics, right? So I am able to see all the chat thing. So could you all just respond? What are the things that we saw all these months? Every month we used to have a session, right, on something or other. So what are the things that we saw? What are the topics that we understood about ourselves, and what are the topics which made us exciting or something to learn from? So we saw on, I will also keep talking and I want you also to just message, right? So we saw on how to cope up with stress. How do we handle ourselves? How do we manage our routine? Time management, anger management, emotional stability, right? And a lot of other things. On coping up stress, definitely we saw how to handle exams and what are the moral values, discipline, right? All these were our topics which we covered. Okay, I'm sure it's not that everything that you remember, but at least in our complete 45-minute session, one or the other aspect which really strikes us, that is what I want you to all to observe. Okay, it's just not you hearing this out and then just leaving it and then forgetting about it. No, it's not like that. You need to know about yourself. You need to have an understanding about yourself. Okay, today's topic is self-realization and self-awareness. Okay, so when I talk about self-realization or self-awareness, what comes to your mind first? What is that, the first word that comes to your mind when I say self-realization or self-awareness? If you have option of unmuting, you can do that. Otherwise, you can type it in the chat box. What is self-realization and what is self-awareness? Anyone can answer? We have a lot of students. I really want all of you to be interactive. Just another 45 minutes. We will see what all we can maximum try to get, and we'll see what all we can handle about ourselves. Okay, very good. Realize about us, knowing about our strength, being aware of different aspects of self, including traits, behaviors, and feelings. Very good. Realizing yourself. We should understand about ourselves, thinking about us, knowing how we are, to know about us. Very good. I really appreciate all these answers. It's really good that you are mentioning all this. You realize about our ability. Very true. Yes. Good, good, very good. Keep coming, keep coming. To know about our strength. Very good. Thinking about us and others, realizing and respecting ourselves. Yes. Perfect. Knowing about how we are. Excellent. Very good. So all of you have an understanding about what is self-realization, what is self-awareness, right? So we all wanted to know about us. As you all are mentioning, you know, your talents, your strengths, your weakness, understanding about yourself, understanding about others, self-realization of you as well as others, right? All these are something really, really, really important, because only if you know yourself, right? Only if you know about yourself, you others will able to understand you. Okay, so without you having one of the environment, body, lifestyle awareness, okay, you can only make ourselves to know about ourselves. Very good, very good. All of you are 100% right. Knowing your strengths, knowing your ability, knowing your talents, knowing what you can do, right? All these are self-realization aspects. Okay, and self-awareness is very important. See, we all saw a lot of topics, but what are the topics defined? All the topics define us to have a proper understanding about ourselves, and this is not for somebody else. We are not going to say for somebody else, right? You are, as a person, you will be the best of yourself. Okay, you are a person, you should feel good about yourself, you should feel happy about yourself. Basically, how can you be happy? You can be happy only when you do things whatever you like, right? You do things whichever is important for you, whichever gives you happiness. You just weigh your strengths, you weigh your weakness. See here, weakness, what I would say is weakness is not something that it is weak and you cannot change it. It's just a personality change that you have to bring upon yourself. And how you can do that is exactly by understanding and analyzing yourself. How do you analyze yourself? Okay, suppose you know your strengths. We saw in our previous session what are the moral values and what is moral values and discipline, right? So when you analyze what is my moral value, what is my strength, okay, just give a thought for a moment and see what is your strength. Identify your strength. What is your that one strength will help you totally as a person, which will help you totally as a character. Okay, so it's basically like fulfillment by yourself of the possibilities of one character or personality. This is self-realization. So you understand about you, you understand what sort of personality you are and your character, right? So that is self-realization. So when you analyze your strengths, when you say, I'm good at this, I am a very good timekeeper, I maintain my routine well, I follow my routine well, I will have a proper structure to whatever I do, I will handle all these things properly, I am good at heart, I'm kind person, I'm a hard worker. All these are the strengths of yours. Okay, do not worry if these are not your strengths. Okay, if you feel all these are my weakness, I have to I feel that I am not good at planning, I'm not good at timekeeping, I'm very bad, I'm not good at studying, I keep procrastinating things. Suppose if these are your weakness, or if these are your points which you feel, yes, it is not in me, that's absolutely fine. Okay, no one is going to say right or wrong about it, but you as a person need to understand what it is. Okay, when you understand about yourself, you don't have to explain to anyone. Okay, you know your strengths, you know your weakness. So what you should do with your weakness? Okay, is it just that we write and leave it off? No, definitely not. You have to work on your weakness. You're all little students, like you're just coming up, right? You're all mostly 15, 16, and like between 13 and 16. So there's nothing like this age you cannot change. Okay, this is the age where you can explore yourself so much, right? So what you do, you will handle yourself very well on your weaknesses. Suppose you feel, I do not have I do not have a proper time management, what you should do? Okay, for one understanding, you know what you want to do. Okay, suppose I say, for example, you're hungry. Okay, now that you want food. Okay, that is what that is what you wanted. Okay, you want food. So what is that you do? You want food. What do you do for that? You either go ask your parents, mommy, give me food. Okay, or what you do, you prepare something, right? You'll ask your parents to prepare something. Or what you do, what are the other options possible? You order online. The final option is you have to prepare by yourself and eat. That can be a simple thing. I'm not talking about a big feast, but at a small thing, at least you go pick bread, butter, jam, toast it, eat it, or do some Maggi noodles, or do something, whatever is hungry, and you just fill your tummy, right? So the want is there. Okay, so what are you doing to overcome that want? Okay, what are you doing? What is that you're actually doing? You have a goal. Let's just put this example exactly to our goals and things, achievements. Okay, what is your goal? You want to become a doctor, you want to become an engineer, you want to become an officer, you want to become a lawyer, you want to become a collector, whatever it is, or a designer, or anything. Okay, so you have a goal. All of you would definitely have a goal. I'm not saying that goal may change, may not change, or you might stick on to it, but all of us has a goal, right? All of us wants to be successful in life, right? So you have a goal. What are you doing for that? What am I doing? You need to ask a lot of questions to yourself. Why I'm asking you to ask questioning yourself is, if someone questions you, okay, we might not like. Okay, if somebody else is questioning us, you might not, there can be parents, teachers, siblings, anyone around you. If they questions, you might not like. Even if you're okay about it, you don't know whether you are 100% genuine to that answer, right? You all agree with me? If your parents ask, did you study? What do you say? Yeah, I studied. That's what you say. Yes, I spent so much time in studying. Yes, I did this. Yes, I did that. Either it would be a complete, if not a complete, at least a 50% of it would have suppressed. Your emotion would have suppressed. You wanted to please others, right? And that's why you say an answer. But when you question yourself, okay, when I question myself, I do not lie to me, right? When you generally just give it a try and see, okay, when you question yourself, you do not lie. When you question yourself, you exactly speak 1000% truth. You will not lie to yourself. You will not manipulate yourself, right? You will handle the exact genuine answer. Okay, how do you get the exact genuine answer? You will get only when you ask a lot of questions for yourself, right? So this is what I want you all to follow. This is not something difficult or you cannot do it. It's very easy. But if you follow this systematically and follow this in a very good way, that's going to help you so much. And how that's going to help you? One is you will stick on to facts. The other is you will believe in yourself. You will have a lot of self-confidence. Why? Because of questioning yourself, you know the facts and you know what is happening, and you will feel really positive and confident about yourself. Okay, so I am going to state this example in our goals. Okay, as I was telling you, you might have any goal you want. Okay, you have this goal. And the other question is, what are you doing? What are you doing to achieve this goal? Are you planning yourself? Are you having short-term goals? Are you having long-term goals? If at all you have, what are you doing to achieve the short-term goals? Are you following a routine? Are you following time management? Are you following whatever you need to follow? Right? All these are your goals. And what is it that you are doing to achieve those goals? Maybe this point of time, you need to ask yourself, okay, I know I want to become this. Am I doing all this? Okay, you know what to do. You definitely know what to do. It's not that you do not know. You know, even if you do not know, try to identify what is the things that you have to do to achieve your goal. Okay, you'll write. And then you will see, okay, am I really doing all this? Okay, if I'm not doing, that's fine. You don't have to worry. That's fine. You should know what to do. Okay, so you have a want. You will analyze what are you doing to get that want. If you feel that's my weakness, I am not able to do it, how do you improve on it? What should you do? Okay, should is very important here. What you should do to achieve all this. Try to arrive that. Okay, and ask, okay, am I doing justice? Can I do this? Okay, can I plan my thing like that? Okay, all these are the questions you need to ask yourself. And by asking a lot of questions to yourself, you will be in a structure. You will formulate yourself in a structure where you feel really good about yourself, right? Okay, and you feel positive about yourself. So just ensure the want and the need and should is really, really important. It has to sync, right? And then with the self-realization, self-awareness, automatically the friend of it or the cousin of it, the uncle, auntie of it joins. What is it? Responsible for responsible for your own decisions. Okay, that is really important. Why am I asking you to be responsible? What is the meaning of responsible in decision making? Is when you are responsible, you do not do any mistakes, right? If I ask you to just if anyone of somebody at home says just take care of it, what do? you feel responsible about it, right? You feel responsible about it, and you feel, okay, I am responsible, I have to take care of all that. That's how your mind is. The same way, any decision that you take, it's not that you should not take decisions, or it's not that you always have to depend on somebody to take decisions. Okay, when you take decisions, try to be responsible, because if you feel responsible, you will not do any mistakes. There will not be any wrong calculations, anything bad. Even if there was a mistake, it would be unconscious or by mistake. Okay, and it is definitely not intentional. Okay, when it is that, you will be responsible, and you know that yes, I have made a mistake, let me correct it, let me handle it the other way, let me do it like this. Okay, that's the clarity you will have for yourself. That's how you will manage yourself. Okay, so you need to be responsible for your own decisions. As I said, when you are responsible, there is a very minimum chance of you doing mistakes. And be conscious in whatever you do. Conscious is nothing. Whatever I speak, whatever I am talking now is not some different words, right? It is all a very common and a very simple thing that you all can follow on everyday basis. This is a life skill that you are learning today. You are learning. I don't want to even say as learning. You're trying to understand a life skill. Okay, life skill is something which stays with you all the time, even after 10 years, anytime in your life. When you do something, when you remember something, when you act upon something, oh yeah, self-realization is important, responsible for my own decisions are important. That's how your mind reacts automatically and subconsciously. When you just have these thoughts in mind, you don't have to really work towards it. When you just have all these things in mind, automatically things will happen. Automatically you will feel good about yourself, and you will be such a positive person. All of us wants to be positive. All of us wants to have a good atmosphere around us. All that can happen only if you in this sort of mindset, in this sort of conscious mindset. Why I would say conscious mindset here is again a small example that I want you to all understand. Okay, you would have all faced it. Okay, you have a book or a keychain or pen or anything that you have, or a money or something. You walk around and you just keep it somewhere and you do the other things. But when you have to remember about it, you will definitely think, oh, where did I keep that money? You have to think for it. Okay, where did I keep that? This is not only for you kids, it's for everyone, even for adults. Okay, you have to just know, okay, where did I even keep this? Where did I misplace my book? Where did I keep my ID card? Where did I keep the keychain? Right? Where did I keep the keys? So all these are sort of doubts that we get when we are not conscious, because you just drop it, and because our mind is preoccupied in something else, we think about something. So just it would have been there in the teapot itself, but we don't remember it because we are not conscious. But okay, but let me tell you, when you are conscious, when you walk and you feel, I am keeping my pen here or key here or a book here, book in the shelf, I'm just keeping it. You are conscious, and when you do things, even after 2 days or 3 days, if you remember, you know that yes, when I came in, there was a teapot, there was a cupboard, so I kept that there. So how that relation happens? Only it happens when you are conscious. Okay, so be conscious. It's not that you should be always vigilant like a vigilance officer or something, but be conscious that okay, I'm doing this. Have your mind, have a focus in whatever you do. When I say here, I want to again bring the concept of focus here. When you are focused, you will not do any mistakes. You know what you're doing. You know what is right, what is wrong. Okay, when I say what is right, what is wrong and all that, when you know what is right, you will feel confident. Yes, I'm right, I'm doing all this. When you know what is wrong, You will either not do it, or you try to overcome that problem or overcome it. How do you overcome that? You can overcome only if you feel, yes, I feel I'm little lagging in this, and I will definitely come back, or I will definitely improve upon myself, and then have a wonderful the continuation of whatever you are having for yourself, right? So these are all the points of self-realization, which will really help you so much. Okay, so that is something I really want you to all understand. And when I talk about all this, there is something called critical thinking, logical analysis, right? All these are also very important, and it's just like, it is joining together. Okay, when it's a critical thinking, when it's all that, it's automatically that you are a person who is having everything perfectly, right? It's not that you don't have to miss on something. It's like, yes, I'm doing it. I'm capable of myself, right? I'm capable of myself doing everything. Showing empathy. What is empathy? There's a lot of difference between empathy and sympathy, right? Sympathy is you feel pity for that person. Yeah, you feel really pity for that person. And when it is empathy, it is like you know the other person's pain. You understand the other person. You understand what is that you're doing, right? That is really important. Okay, having empathy is really important. That will really help you in having yourself in an excellent and mold yourself in a very good way, right? It helps you a lot of creative thinking. When I say you have some weakness, and all these weakness can be developed by concentrating or by questioning yourself as of what you should do to overcome this weakness. So you should not treat your weakness or your negatives as something which is really negative and which really you cannot do. You should just treat it in a way where it is areas of improvement. Okay, areas of improvement. The mindset, the concept of areas of improvement will help you in moving forward. Okay, it will not put you down. You can definitely have stress. It's not that you should not have stress at all. Okay, what I'm asking is, I want you to all have an understanding about what is stress. We all spoke how to not have stress, but here I also want you to mention you need to have some sort of stress that's called eustress, and that stress will really help us to stay positive and to run. Okay, there needs to be a competition, right? There has to be a competition, and the competition should be within ourselves, and it's not within somebody else. It has to be only within you. And how you can handle it? It's only by having a proper understanding about yourself. Okay, and this concept will help you in moving more in life. Like you definitely have to have a target and a time. Okay, when you have a target and a time fixed for you, you will not miss on anything. You'll not miss on anything because you know what am I doing. You know what is it that you're planning. Okay, if you have a train or if you have a flight, you will automatically manage yourself. You will do a proper time management for yourself, and then you will feel good about it, and you will be on time, right? If you have an open ticket, what happens? Electric train or something else, what do you do? Okay, if I even miss this train, I have another train, I can go there. Okay, that calculation is really important. You need to focus on what you really have to do, and when you focus on that, when you have target, only then your mind automatically helps you to settle well. Your mind automatically helps you to move on, okay, with what is really good. Okay, so these are very important aspects, that you have a personal vision about yourself. Okay, it's not that somebody has to come and tell you do this, do that, and all that. You need to handle yourself. You need to mold yourself in such a way that you handle yourself in an excellent manner. You handle yourself very well so that you can feel proud of yourself, right? So that proudness will happen only if you are completely positive about yourself. And the stress which I was talking again, the positive stress, right? If there's a competition, if there's some sort of exam that you have, you definitely need to do things which will help you. Just a second. Sorry about that. Yes. So the stress is really very important, and the stress will definitely help you to move forward. Like that's a kind of pushing stress. Okay. You have a competition, you have to run. There is a target there. You need to go reach the target, 100-meter distance. So you have to have that stress. You need to have that stress to run, right? To run there and reach the destination within this time. You have to come first, or if anyone, even the person who's coming last, okay, even that person has a target. Even that person really wants to be there, and that's why he's running. So that point, that stress is really important. Otherwise, you can even walk and go to that place, right? If there's no proper timing in the target. So stress, a positive stress is really important, and that is going to help you in becoming a better person, and that stress is going to help you in becoming a better individual also. Okay, so having a stress and like that, if you do not have exams, why do you have to worry so much about studies, right? Only because you have exams, you're worried, oh my god, I have to study, I have to write, I have to get good marks. All these sort of pressure, you need to have a positive pressure for yourself, and definitely that should not go in a negative way where you feel you always, everyone cannot be positive all the time. All of us feel low, all of us feel that we should be a better persons and all that. But when you become like that, you should not feel bad about it. You say, okay, I am feeling like this, I am stressful, what should I do? Take just deep breaths. Okay, take a 5 deep breaths. Just take 5 breaths and then see, what should I do? How can I overcome this? Okay, can I have a short-term goals? Let me at least achieve it. And then one moment of a good thing, one moment of an activity which makes you positive will allow you to be positive always. Okay, so that's how it is. When you're positive, your mind is so positive, and you do things so happily. You do things with complete energy, and you do things with complete happiness. Okay, when you're happy, when you're positive, when you are so good and you feel so confident about yourself, can anything stop you? Can anything stop you? Not at all. Nothing stops you. So you need to definitely have a proper understanding about it. For all this, how do you manage your anger? How do you manage your negative thoughts? How do you manage everything that you do? Everything has a one concept of, you need to definitely handle your emotions well in this. Okay, I wanted to even touch upon the emotional part here. Why emotions are very important is, see, it's very natural that you might get anger, you might get frustrated, you might get irritated, you might feel happy, you might feel loved. These are all emotions. I understand. Yeah. But are you having control over it? That you should really have in mind. Okay. If I have anger, as in you feel that as a negative trait, or if you feel yes, I have to control my anger, I have to control my emotion, I have to control my fine. Let's say, what you should do for that? First, analyze your emotion. First, analyze, validate it. Okay, what is validation? You will just understand, why am I getting angry now? Okay, Here comes the questioning, self-questioning. Just get your questions here. Why am I getting anger? What is making me anger? Okay, is something happened in house, or something happened between others? Something happened to me, or I am not in my good mindset, right? So all these are things which you should analyze about yourself, as of why do you have that emotion. Okay, when you analyze, you get, definitely you will get an answer. Okay, maybe because he did something I don't like, so I got anger, or my mom shouted at me, so I was angry, or I myself, I don't feel good about myself, so I'm getting irritated about myself. These are all the answers, genuine answers that you get for that question. So when it is genuine, when you feel this is what it is, what you should do, you will analyze what is wrong and you will work on it. Okay, if you feel your mom scolds because of this, you will see why, what is the purpose, what can I do for her not to scold at me. Is she expecting me to do something? Try to just say, see what it is. Try to find a solution for it. Okay, rather than just carrying the emotion. Carrying the emotion is not going to help you in any way. But just see what is that that you're trying to do. What is that you really want to do, right? So that is something you have to work on. Okay, you have to work on how much ever you have a lot of strengths. You need to work on your strengths, definitely, to excel. It's not that, yes, I'm good at this, so I don't have to work on it. No, it's not like that. If you're good at that, you have to work more to be the perfect, right? So when you're good at, when you feel this is what the negative thing I have, you need to even work on that. Okay, so your good things and the negative things, or the things that I don't want to use negative, let me use the areas of improvement and your strengths, that has to be equally worked upon, and concentrate more on the areas of improvement. And that's when it helps you to become even more motivated and even more a positive person, right? So that's how you need to deal with yourself. And this is one strong way that you feel good about yourself. You feel so positive about yourself and all of it. Yes. So what all we saw overall, we saw about self-realization, basically, self-analysis, basically. And in that, how do you handle your strengths? You will know your strengths, you will know your weakness, you will know your areas of improvement, having an understanding about wanting and what are you doing for it. And if you feel that, no, I'm not doing anything, you should ask a lot of questions to yourself and see what is the best possible thing that you can do, what you should do to achieve that, right? Handling your emotions, being responsible for your own decisions, right? And problem solving, yes. If you're responsible in your own decisions, automatically comes problem solving. Problem solving is again questioning yourself. Okay, I have this problem. I need to come out of it. What should I do? What are the options possible? You know the answers. It's not that you have to approach somebody to get your problem sorted. You know the answers. You need to just work on it. Okay, so just work on your decisions. And effective communication. Why effective communication is important? Effective communication will help you to understand yourself more, and you have a clarity about what you're really talking. Okay, see, you need to be effectively communicative to others also, but you should be a good effective communicator to you first. You need to explain to you whether am I doing this right? Okay, and then you can start explaining to people or explaining somebody else. But you have a proper answer and a proper question to yourself, that I'm doing because of it. Justify yourself first. Justify yourself for whatever you are. Okay, as a person, you need to completely love you. You need to completely have control over your thoughts, control over yourself. Okay, so you need to completely have control over you, and then only you will be able to justify others. Okay, so all of us wants to be 100% good people. No one wants to even be, no, I will be only 50% good. or 70%, 80%, 90%. All of you wants to be 100% good. And that 100% good may not be possible by only thinking on the way you love yourself, the way you plan your studies or plan yourself, plan your activities, and the way you are positive, right? If I feel I'm the best possible positive person on earth, I'm one. And I feel so proud of myself. So you need to be proud of yourself first. Okay? When you are proud of yourself, I'm sure you will not have any regrets. I'm sure you will not do any mistakes, because you know, okay, if I do this, this is not something right. Your subconscious and inner conscious says, this is not right. I should be more, justifying yourself. No one has to question you, right? You need to justify, and you will justify yourself in all the aspects. And you can be really proud of yourself, and you can really feel happy about yourself and be the best person possible, right? So this is what I have today for you on self-realization and being aware of yourself, and how do you handle yourself in all the situations, and how do you manage yourself in everything that you do. Nothing only related to studies, it's about everything. It's a life skill that we spoke about today, and this has to be in your mind always, ever and ever. If not the 100% of whatever I spoke, at least some points where I feel you are connected to. And this is not something simple. This is not something complicated. Neither it is not something difficult that it's very difficult for you to follow, right? So just do it that way, practice it that way, practice it on everyday basis, and ask a lot of questions to yourself. I'm asking you not to ask questions to others. You need to ask a lot of questions to yourself, right? Okay, so we have almost come to the end of the session, and if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask some of the questions if you have. And all the very best to all of you, and thanks for joining again on Sunday. Have a great weekend and all the very best. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I'm glad to be here today. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Every beginning has an ending, and we have reached the end of this session. But I hope this ending would bring a new beginning. Thank you.
Okay, child. Anybody, do you have any queries or doubts? You can chat with ma'am, and ma'am can give valuable time, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, to clear your doubt. Children, if you have any queries, please, you can put up your question. Okay, Malvi ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Ask the child to say what up next, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dima?
Yes, ma'am.
Dima, I request.
Yes, ma'am.
Continue, da.
Yeah, ma'am. Showing gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful things humans can do for each other. It's my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Sahithya Raghu, who spared her time for her schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and your thoughts have enlightened mine and shown us a new path. A special mention to our respected principal sir, Mr. Jebeston Robert Clive, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillars of strength. I would like to thank our lovable teachers and our blooming stars for their support, and made this in graduation a gracious one. A heartfelt thanks to all for making us feel happy with your presence to wonderful ceremony. Thank you all.
Thank you, teachers. Thank you, children. Thank you, Sahithya ma'am, for a wonderful session. Really motivational for our children.
Thank you,
Definitely,
sir.
our children will follow your words, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
Thank
sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.